welcome back to my channel of Consciously-Melanated Queen. I'm back at it again, here with a Melanated King Monday series. Hope you guys are ready. This is the first of many videos. Stay tuned for Melanated King Mondays every first and last Monday of the month. I hope you guys enjoy this video.
The party is at this time engaged in a struggle of gaining representation in the institutions in our community. And according to our 10-point program, this was always our fight. We've been misrepresented by the press for a long time, but the truth always finds its way out. And I think that history will justify our past actions, and certainly history condemns things and people by eliminating them. The party is still very much alive and kicking, and I think we must have done something right. I don't think it should be required of us to limit our activities within certain behaviors prescribed by this corrupt system. That I think we'll use the most appropriate approach to the resolution of the contradiction that's here in the United States. Real enemy is that phenomena that we know nothing about, and that is death, that we fight against. That we fight against it with medicine, we fight against it with knowledge, we fight against racism also like that. And this is the thing that we're fighting against. We're fighting against racism, we're fighting against oppression of all kinds, and we're fighting against ignorance. And people who boo, people who fail to understand the problems of humanity are really very religious, because their God is large, meaning their ignorance is large, you see?
Yeah, but my
in other words, that God is
Julia,
not, which they do not understand. As soon as they understand it, suddenly it's not God. And I say, gain your understanding, then you understand yourself, and you also understand me, and that is that we all want to live.
for suspect that you talk about such a campaign. Why not?
There are voters out here. It will notify Jensen in particular, who's the superior there. He has to make the decision for the trial to be tried or not, and he's an elected official, and so this will be a warning to him that if he goes on with this miscarriage of justice, that our next petitions will be our vote in the ballot box when he comes up for election to vote him out of office. Well, in the first place, that I have absolutely no power as an individual. The power is with the people. So the real question is that what are the people going to do? I said that we're going to unite and become very strong, and we're going to free all political prisoners and prisoners of war. We'll free the Soledad Brothers 3, that's Cloutier, Drumgo, Fleeter Drumgo, and George Jackson. And all of the other brothers there at Soledad, and white prisoners also have a case, because the prisons are not rehabilitation centers, they are no more than concentration camps. My treatment was generally abusive and oppressive, and primarily because of the fact that I was a prisoner of war and a political prisoner.
What do you think is going to happen with the Black Panthers now? You're losing your leaders, etc.
It is true that many of our leaders have been confined in the concentration camps here in America. I know that the Black Panther Party will prevail as the vanguard of the people's struggle, and that while leaders are put into prison, new leaders are born. I'm confident that I will be freed, providing that we're successful in the battle that we're engaged in now, and that is to revolutionize the court system. It all depends upon this problem.
What's your treatment been like in jail? Said to me this morning that the cards appear to be stacked against you. This being so, that perhaps you would have to take the witness stand. Do you have any psychic reserve about taking the witness stand?
None whatsoever. That I'll only tell the truth and express my innocence, which I am innocent. So I have no feeling at all against taking the witness stand, as I demonstrated this morning.
Yes.
What is up, you guys? I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to like, comment, and push that subscribe button. Until next time, power to the people and stay beautiful.
The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense is organized now throughout the nation. We are recognized internationally, and we advocate that all black people in America are taught what politics is all about and what our history is all about, so that we can have self-identity and we can know where our strength is, we will know our enemies, and we'll know our friends. This is a black curriculum. I plan to return to Atlanta, Georgia very soon. I have my latest foundation for our transfer of the Central Committee, Central Headquarters to Georgia. And I said that was the scene of the original crime, South. It was in North Carolina, Jamestown in 1916. Or 1619 rather. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. But approximately 9 slaves arrived there in chains. And this is where the original crime began, slavery. And I think the South then will be the logical focal point to correct the original crime. They say that criminals always return to the scene, and I say in order to correct the original crime, that we must return to the scene.
What kind of reaction were you getting from Atlanta after you made that?
Beautiful, very beautiful reaction. The people, the victims, the obvious victims. You know, the victim always a stair step. We have the victim on top of the victim on top of the victim until we reach some threshold we call the oppressor. And in this very complex social order, we find that it's very difficult to pinpoint him. You see? So what we try to do is to improve the conditions of mankind. We find that man's ignorance is really the oppressor. And this is whether it's racism or whether it's class oppression. It's really racism because each thing cuts its own throat. Whether you advocate racism or class oppression, you end up being a victim yourself because the people will correct that and you might be hurt in the process.